Welcome, champions, to another electrifying Alliance War season. It is season 53, and with no new global tactics this season, it's time to take everything we learned last season and apply it to the battlefield once again. Can we build on last season's success, or will we face new challenges in a quest for victory? Only one way to find out. Let's fight. Hey everyone, welcome back. We're headed into war number 7 of Alliance War Season 53, and this time, 4 Loki will be taking on 1. Matchmaking is still a bit off after the cancelled war, but we'll see if we can make it work in our favor. On a personal note, I'm coming off back-to-back wars where dust got the better of me, so I'm pretty relieved not to be facing her this time around. Time to put that behind me and focus on locking in on 2 wins in a row. I'm bringing in some of my favorite champs to use, Shuri, Titania, and Moleman. So let's jump in and see if we can keep this momentum going. Here we go. This war is going to be a little bit different for me as I'm taking my usual 4 fights, but instead of usual path fights, I'm only taking path 2 and section 2, and then I'm handling 2 mini boss fights. So this is the first node in Section 2 on Path 2. Really here, once again, as other fights I've had this season, the node really doesn't do much for spot here. It is a standard Moleman fight for me. I'm going to do, several parry heavies. We're going to let him hit into my block once he's done throwing a special here. And then we're just going to kind of go completely ham on this guy and just, take him out. Ideally, it would be with 1 special 2. Here's that special 2, and boom. Nice, quick way to take care of spot. Great way to start a war off. All right, next one up, I'm going to be using Titania against this America Chavez. And once again, I'm going to pretty much really turn off most of the node because I'm using Titania and she doesn't gain buffs. So really here, plan, you can see I am throwing on a power start 1. I want to get to a special 3. Then I would just want to kind of heavy her in the corner and hopefully bring her down that way. The other thought here in this fight is, in case I somehow push her to a special 2 and she gets, real into throwing heavies, I'll have a, kind of my invuln up if needed to kind of tank a special 2. There you saw me interrupt her heavy without her getting all 3, which is fine. Typically, I would let her get all 3 hits in, but, either way, I'm not too worried about this. You can see I'm holding on to my unblockable, unstoppable here for a little bit. We're baiting out some specials. Now we're going to get rid of it because what I want to do, and she didn't play into it, was that right there, but after kind of a 1 or 2 hits. So we didn't quite get into the heavy or the special 3 the way we wanted to. We're going to bait out 1 more special. We're going to go into a striker. Now we're going to hit the first hit in a heavy, canceling that into a special 3. And if the special 3 doesn't kill her, I should have enough now while I've got her in the corner there just to kind of heavy her to death. And it only took 1. So, first 2 fights there on the path, wasn't too worried about those. Those were all leading up to this next fight. And you see here, one of the other things I did have is, since I was using Moleman and Titania, I decided I was going to go ahead and leave recoils on, and this is a short enough video. You'll kind of see what I typically go through in a normal war with changing masteries at least once. And we're going to jump ahead now to our first mini, which is going to be that Photon on node 37. And I'm not going to lie, I was worried about this fight. I do not like fighting Photon very much. At least I'm using Shuri, so I can block unblockable specials. Don't have to worry about that. But on this node, I have to make sure I keep enough debuffs on her to keep the healing down. I have to make sure that I, keep the heal block on with enough debuffs. Make sure that, I'm not missing, things like that. There, I'm just doing, a quick parry to build up charges. So there, we got the heal block on, kind of the way we wanted to start that fight. We got a nice little intercept there. See, I can intercept. I just can't do it when I'm required to do it. So now we want her to hit into our block again, possibly just do another parry. She's going to throw another special. Just trying to build up shock charges. At this point, I'm running a little low. There, I kind of screwed up. Like I said, I wanted to avoid the miss. I did not have the heal block on when I threw that heavy, or I would have countered it. Not the biggest deal, just took some damage there that I really didn't want, and I lost my invuln boost. So now we got to be really careful. Here, we're going to bait another special. don't mind blocking those special ones. They do a bit of damage, but it's not terrible. Here, I'm just trying to regain some space on the map so I'm not stuck in the corner. And we'll dex out of this special and we'll counter it. Now we do need to build up some more shocks. So we're going to take a couple hits in the block here in a second. Oh, I guess we're going to go ahead and throw our special too. Sorry. You know, you can see kind of real slow going in this fight. And you can see that, you know, I'm, as well as I'm doing in my mind, I'm still losing the health battle. Here we get a special 2, we get it out. You know, we do refresh the heal block, so that's nice. We're going to push her into her form, and then we're just going to take it all right into block. I could have countered there. I'm not sure exactly why I didn't, but there you can see I'm starting to play a little cautious around the unblockable, or the, you know, the untouchable, because I missed that one time. Just trying to go slow. My issue really in this fight, the biggest thing that I found was the heal block debuff kind of moves around, and it's really hard to keep track of it sometimes. Like right now, it is gone. So I know I kind of have to play around that. I don't have any shocks currently built up. So, you know, we're going to try to take a couple hits in the block here so that we can at least apply a couple shocks. There, you see, I kind of lost track. Fortunately, we do get the heal block back on again. This one's real slow going. You can see we're 2.5 minutes in. I get hit by a special there. Right at this point, I am sweating bullets. There, I wanted to make sure that the heal block was on so I didn't hit into a, you know, and get a miss and get countered. You know, I'm doing everything I can at this point to just try and stay alive. I know I'm going to have to bait a special 2. I don't know if I can take it in the block, so I'm going to have to dex the whole thing. And fortunately, I do. We're down, you know, we've got 13% health. We finally are winning the health battle. Down when we get to 13% health. I throw a striker out there just to hope I can get it off into a special 1, and we bring her down. So, very worried about that fight. A very long fight, a very slow fight, a sloppy fight, but at the end of the day, a solo is a solo in war. All right, now we've got a fight that is the exact opposite. This is another Moleman fight. My plan here going in, like I said, parry heavy a couple times, let him hit my block, throw a special 2. I've got my skill boost on, so I hope I can throw a second special 2. Really don't want him throwing a special at all. You know, don't have to worry too much about the node here. I may get rooted, and that's fine if I do. There, I was a little slow on the heavy, and there we get rooted. And now we're into frenzy, which is fine, you know, with me. I'm just going to kind of start hitting into him. You know, we push him to a special 2. Like I said, really don't care if he throws it. If he does, great. If he doesn't, would be my preferred. But we take it all in the block. We can block the unblockable because we've got stand your ground on, and I'm in frenzy. And now here's that special 2. All I needed was that special 2, and boom, Quicksilver's dead. As with most Moleman fights, they last about 30 seconds, and they're the kind that I really, really enjoy. So that's a wrap for War number 7. 4 Loki managed to pull off the victory, making it 2 wins in a row for us. Always feels good to get that momentum back, especially in a season like this one. I was a bit worried about that Photon fight going into this war, but thankfully I managed to get her down cleanly, and with that my record now improves to 27 kills and 2 deaths. And 4 Loki moves to 3-3 on the season. So thanks for tuning in. If you're enjoying the journey this season, make sure to like, subscribe, and feel free to leave me a comment down below. We'll see you in the next war. Take care, all.